QMSP 5.3-001 Risk Assessment and Management, a Dell Corporation Quality Management System training presentation. QMSP 5.3-001 is the documented procedure that makes provision for identifying and controlling risk having a potentially negative effect on product quality and/or product delivery. The procedure also identifies the techniques and tools used for risk identification, assessment, and mitigation activities. Risk is defined by the organization as the effect of uncertainty on expected results. Risk assessments shall be accomplished anytime there is a recognized potential for the quality of the product to be compromised or product delivery negatively affected. The organization shall apply a risk-based thinking approach or a systematic approach focused on minimizing the effects of risk or preventing undesired events in all phases of the quality management system. Risk shall be considered for each of the following quality management system activities: contract review, design and development, and product realization. The organization has developed 4 tools to identify, assess, and manage associated threats to product quality and/or delivery. The 4 documented methods in which the organization manages risk include the following: QMF 5.3-001 Risk Assessment, Job Tracker Pages, Preventive Action Module, and the Business Overview Board. QMF 5.3-001 is a quality management system form that provides the user a structured means of addressing risk. It has been developed to quantify and index potential undesired events to guide the organization for further processing of risk events. In assessing and managing risk, 2 factors shall be considered: the possibility of occurrence and the severity of occurrence if realized. QMF 5.3-001 relies on user input and provides a graphic representation or risk index to assess risk in relation to the possibility of occurrence and the severity should the event occur. This risk management tool focuses on individual events and must be accomplished, if used, for subsequent risk identification events. The table, as shown, represents the risk index scale used in QMF 5.3-001. It considers the probability of a risk event occurring and the magnitude of the event should it be realized. Probability index scale goes from index 1, a remote probability, 2, highly unlikely, 3, probable, 4, highly likely, 5, certain that the event will occur. The magnitude index goes from index 1, negligible, 2, minor, 3, moderate, 4, serious, and 5, critical, which means it would have a critical effect on product quality and product delivery should the event occur. QMF 5.3-001 is an easy way to document risk assessments, but its use is not required by the organization, meaning it's available if needed. Risk assessments may also be conducted on the job tracker page for each project. Identified risk and associated mitigation activities may be documented in the description of work field of the project page. This allows the organization to identify a potential risk, assess it in an open forum, and define and assign mitigation activities. The Job Tracker page allows for real-time management of risk events and provides a historical reference of mitigation activities. This method does not provide a severity index and relies on the user to accurately describe risk conditions. Risk management is by nature a preventive concept. Mitigation activities shall be developed to eliminate the causes of risk before they are fully realized. The Preventive Action Module is another tool developed by the organization that may be used to identify risk, assess the threats, and develop mitigation activities. Preventive action captures opportunities for improvement, and risk assessment essentially does the same thing. The key is to develop plans to either minimize the risk or eliminate it before the event occurs. The Preventive Action module enables the organization to plan the steps to mitigate risk and assign personnel to all phases of processing. This tool should be used for individual risk events and provides a transparent framework for identifying threats, assess the causes of risk, and maintains assignment responsibilities for mitigating risk. Risks may be managed in the Business Overview Board. This allows the organization to identify risk and send tasks towards mitigation directly to a person or group. The Business Overview Board is a task-centered tool developed by the organization and maintained on the company intranet to manage specific tasks associated with the product realization process. Bob allows the user to directly assign mitigation activities to a group or individual towards minimizing the negative effects of risk or eliminating the risk altogether. This tool is designed to process single tasks towards resolving specific risk events. The following factors shall be considered when processing associated risks. Facility and/or equipment availability and maintenance. Organizational resources shall be considered to determine if the organization has adequate resources to provide product and services without compromising product quality or delivery. Consideration shall also be made on the effects of maintenance of the facility and equipment on product quality and delivery. Supplier performance and material availability or supply. Supplier performance shall be considered to determine if suppliers can provide product and services to the organization in accordance with documented requirements. Consideration shall also be made for historical supplier performance and the potential effects on product quality and delivery. Workload. It is essential to consider the organization's workload when assessing risk. An increased workload may put a strain on the organization's resources, increasing the possibility that product quality and delivery may be negatively affected. Delivery of non-conforming product. Assessments shall be made to determine if there is an increased risk for delivering non-conforming product to the customer organization. Consideration shall be made of the organization's ability to fulfill quality management system requirements with the focus on determining customer requirements and the product realization process. Availability of competent personnel. Consideration shall be made if the competency level of personnel associated with the product realization process poses an increased risk on product quality or delivery. Where it has been determined that risk associated with product delivery and quality is elevated, mitigation actions shall be assessed and accomplished to eliminate or, at a minimum, minimize the potential negative effects of the associated risk. Risk assessments may also be an activity associated with corrective and/or preventive actions. Records of risk assessments and associated mitigation activities shall be maintained. Let's take a look at what we've learned. QMSP 5.3-001 is the organization's documented procedure for identification and control of risk. Risk is defined by the organization as the effect of uncertainty on expected results. Product quality and product delivery are the primary considerations when determining and assessing risk. Risk assessments shall be accomplished anytime there is a recognized potential for the quality of the product to be compromised or product delivery negatively affected. The organization shall apply a risk-based thinking approach in all phases of the quality management system. Risk shall be considered in contract review, design and development, and product realization activities. The organization has developed 4 tools that may be used for managing risk: QMF 5.3-001, Risk Assessment, Job Tracker, Preventive Action Module, and the Business Overview Board. QMF 5.3-001 is a quality management system form that provides the user a structured means of addressing risk. QMF 5.3-001 quantifies and indexes potential undesired events to guide the organization for further processing of risk events. The Job Tracker page provides a flexible, open forum for documenting identified risks in relation to product quality and product delivery. Risk management is, by nature, a preventive concept. The Preventive Action module should be used for individual risk events and provides a transparent framework for identifying threats, assessing the causes of risk, and maintains assignment responsibilities for mitigating risk. The Business Overview Board is a task-centered tool developed by the organization and maintained on the company intranet to manage specific tasks associated with the product realization process. Assessment factors to consider shall include, at a minimum, facility and/or equipment availability and maintenance, supplier performance and material availability or supply, workload, delivery of non-conforming product, and the availability of competent personnel. Where it has been determined that risk associated with product delivery and quality is elevated, mitigation actions shall be assessed and accomplished to eliminate or, at a minimum, minimize the potential negative effects of the associated risk. Records of risk assessments and associated mitigation activities shall be maintained. Risk is an ever-present danger that the organization, if managed effectively, can minimize or eliminate. Should you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this or any other quality management system procedure, please stop by or contact me directly at danny@deltank.com. And as always, thank you for your participation in the quality management system.